Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Full Size Ford, brought to you from mostly sunny Klamath Falls, Oregon. Today we're going to be working on our 65 Galaxie 500 LTD. This car hasn't been started in probably since the mid-80s. And we're going to see, when we bought this car, this whole engine was just covered in rodent fodder. So we did vacuum that up, clean it up, but we're actually going to see if this thing will actually fire up and run. We have no history on it whatsoever. We do plan on putting a different engine in it, but before we pull this one, we would just like to see, just for fun, just to see if we can to get this thing running. See, most of the front dress is missing. We do have another carburetor we can throw on it. Might have to use some of the parts from the Merc over here. But this is a 390. Of course, has no water pump in it. We have no idea why it was even parked in the first place. This is not the original engine to the car, being a 390. This one has C6 AE markings on it, which would be a 66 and up engine. The date code on that intake right there would indicate 66, so this engine has been changed at some point. We thought it might be a warranty replacement, but I don't think that's the case either, as this was probably just removed from a different car and put in here. You can see that this one has the pedestal for an air conditioning compressor, which this car did not have air conditioning. It was not an AC car. So we're going to, first thing we've got to deal with is we have no keys to this car. So we're going to have to deal with this ignition switch here. We're probably just going to end up drilling out that cylinder, and we'll get another cylinder and some keys from auto parts store. So we're going to start getting to work on that, and we'll go from there. All right. Prue here is going to help me drill out this ignition switch, I guess. This is not working. It's okay, buddy. I know you don't want us to drill the car, but we have to, okay? It's okay.
This isn't a dentist's office.
It's okay. Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, all right. Prue, oh, sit down. All right.
Oh, he's going in the back.
You can get in the back, buddy. Okay. There we go.
Okay, sit.
Okay. So we might need like a flat tip screwdriver.
Okay.
So we're just going to drill this switch out here so we can hopefully just get this cylinder out. Then from underneath we'll be able to push this in, turn it, and pop it out of this bezel, which will in turn allow us to put a new switch in with new keys. So we'll have some keyage. Okay. I'm going to see if I can get this outer piece off so I can get a view of what I got going here. May still need if we can get into this enough, we may still need a paper clip.
You want a smaller screwdriver?
Possibly, I think I need to go a little bit more. I'd like to go not too far where it actually ruin the cylinder itself, which is not a big deal because we can get this too easily from an auto parts store. But we're trying to minimize the investment, if you know what I mean. Hi, Peru. All right, so we got a paper clip.
Yeah. You want one? 500? 200?
Just one.
Okay.
Kayla, you want to go get a paper clip?
Yeah.
Go get one from Grandma. She'll have one. Okay, there. So we got that piece off.
All
So you've
eyes
got-
are on the black dog.
Yeah, he's the superstar Peru, just chilling in the back seat. There's two of these nuts, one that holds this wire on, that nut comes off, and then there's another one that holds this on. Now one thing I found, we'll see if this happens with the 65, with the 61 we found that these reproduction switches, this was a metric stud and none of these nuts would work.
That's what I found with my 65 Ford pickup too.
So, just use this to pull this up a little bit. You should be able to pull this like so. That's why I'd like to reuse this switch if possible, but we still have to get this cylinder out. Alright, so we got our ignition switch back in there, screwed the bezel back on. Let's see if we've got, oh, look at that, we've got keyage now. Alright, so now on to some other stuff under the hood. So looks like we do have a fuel pump in the car. No clue if it's any good. We also, looks like somebody was running a jug to it here. This old Dello bottle here. And I can see the termination of the other line, the original fuel line right there. So running it off the tank's not a question. We're gonna have to set something up to try to get the just to get fuel to the carburetor. Temporarily, we'll just run it off of a gas tank or something like that. So again, time will tell if this fuel pump is still pumping, but a very good chance it's going to be a no. There's a like an Autolite 4100 there that we have off of the Mercury. We're going to try to use this carburetor to start this car. Intake should be similar. I don't know if the coolant crossover spacer is there, but we're probably just going to sans that for now. So in the 66 Merc, we've got some other parts that we may be able to use for this. There is a, looks like a new solenoid in there. And we're also going to need some plug wires and some, let's see what else. Got a couple different fans in here, but not going to need that. And more boxes of parts over here. There's an AC condenser, definitely don't need that. Oh my gosh. And some Mercury valve covers. Well, there's a bunch of our carb gaskets right there. Right there. So it doesn't look like we're going to need the car to pick up carb gaskets. Thing even got head gaskets. And Who knows what's in that box over there? Looks like a speaker, air cleaner lid, virtual treasure. Oh, she's definitely not frozen. Spins free, which is good. Let's see if we can bring it up. I think that says. Alright, I'm gonna go get some emery cloth so we can see if we can find the timing tab on this. The tab's here to see if I can find the markings. See the marks right there? Let's go to 0. Should be about top dead center right there. Now let's see what stroke we're on. Got a rotor. There's a little tab inside of it there that will line it up. And if we put that on there, right there. See, I'm going to clean this up a little bit first. This distributor shaft. So this looks like somebody had a test lead on there or something. Oh yeah, looks like just a little. So this should go to this black wire should go to the negative terminal of the coil. That should come from the ignition side. Okay, so let's get go. So number 1 typically does sit back in this area on an FE. And that piston should be on top right now, number 1. Okay, so before we go any further, the next step's probably going to be getting a battery in it and seeing if the starter will actually engage. Alright, so we got a battery here. So first thing first is to hook this battery up and see if we actually have any juice anywhere and see if we actually have any smoke anywhere. We need to look, listen, and smell. I got the extreme power here because only the best for this car. Okay, so get to make a little contact. I see we have no voltage regulating. All that's been removed over here, so let's see what happens when we stick this on. Oh, I don't even think this thing's gonna work. She's so corroded that. Alright, so we're having trouble getting power. So here's our harness that was in the car. It appears somebody has just lopped off these wires here. Now this goes over here on the driver's side of the voltage regulator end, whereas this one over here, these would go to the, this is the main power wire here, and then these would go to the alternator, and this would go to like a ground. So why these are cut, I don't know. So anyway, we got a different harness out of the Mercury that we can use, and let's just start checking some voltage. So first thing I'm going to do is just check the tester light itself. See that? Boom! We're good on voltage there. We've got voltage there. We should not have voltage there. The solenoid is what will complete that circuit. So let's put okay, we have voltage there. We have voltage there. Now this harness here, let's just start checking spots here. We have voltage over here. This goes to the voltage regulator, which we do not have in the car right now because there wasn't one. And I want you to go in and turn the key on. Just turn it to on. I'm going to see if I have any voltage at the coil. Just go ahead and turn the key to on. Okay. I've got voltage there. Okay. Alright. So, the fuel pump in this was looking pretty ratty. This thing is, like, just pulls out. So, decided to use the one off the Merc, which looks a lot better. Still don't know if it's any good. I pulled the inlet out of there, and there is no way we would have been getting any fuel through that. It's completely clogged solid with mud. So let's clean that out of there. Want to make sure we got no dirt in there. Because we don't want anything getting in the needle and seat of our carburetor. Clean passage for fuel. And after all that, this one doesn't fit that one. wonder if this will take. So it looks like this will take the fuel line just directly. Alright, so that's how it will have to be. Alright, so I'll just stick that back on there for safekeeping. And now, okay. Finish up the install on the fuel pump there. Okay, as you can see, if you look in here, we've got a voltage regulator. Got this wiring hooked up. See if that makes a difference on our electricals here. Got a new solenoid in. I do have a feeling that this starter's locked up. So we were defeated this time, but we will be back. At the end of the day, too many electrical issues to work through. Again, don't know why the previous owners parked this, so why there was wiring cut. So, and trying to actually kind of restore it back to operating condition. At the end of the day, though, we did jump the solenoid. I believe that starter that's in the car is just locked up, and we just didn't have time to be able to put another starter in it. Again, it's been raining here, springtime, Southern Oregon, so this ground's pretty soft, so we'd have to get this car jacked up and get under it, and just didn't have time to do it this time. But as always, there will be a next, so stay tuned.